Alright, and continuing on with the non-Zerg matchups, the next game is going to be Marwin versus Werdy, a TVP. Nice. Alright, Marwin. Alright, sweet. So, here we go. Alright, at the top right as the yellow Terran we have iFU Marwin. At the bottom right as the red Protoss we have FR Werdy. Excuse me. Alright, is that right? Yeah, that's right. Let me uncapitalize Marwin since that's what he's done. Cool. So as you can see on the screen, the score is 1-1 in this best of 7 clan match. Oh man, I love team battles. I really love team matches more than individual leagues even. I just think it's so much fun seeing all the different matchups, seeing how the lineups go, especially with all the different maps and everything. Really good times. By the way, I encourage all of you to to participate in the live report threads if someone wants to link that. Those are always good fun. And of course, there's Liquibet for Gambit's Cup now, so in case anyone still hasn't been aware of that, that's a good, nice little fun thing to do as well. Anyway, onto the game. I think we're on Fighting Spirit. Yeah, we're on Fighting Spirit. I'm not sure. We've got what is it? Eye of the Storm? Empire of the Sun? God damn, I'm gonna remember one of these days. We've got Eye of the Storm, yeah. Eye of the Storm is also in the map pool. It's the same tile set, so I'm not actually sure, but alright, this is actually Fighting Spirit. It's a very standard map. And of course Marwin, as I was saying last game, very strong Russian Terran player. Russia always seems to produce good Terran players for some reason. And Werdy, of course, is also a very strong Protoss. I think they're both actually around B+, maybe? I think Marwin might be slightly better rank-wise, I'm not really sure. They're both really good. So expecting a high-level PvT here. I'm afraid I don't know too much about their styles or anything like that, but I guess we'll see. It looks like both of them are going to scout each other around the same time. We're just going to high-five in the middle of the map. Looks like KC says that Werdy got B+, so I guess Marwin got A- once or something? Alright, but it's still pretty close, B+, A-, same difference. So yeah, nothing crazy going on so far. Looks like a little anti-Zealot SimCity right by the ramp here, so of course your Marine can scoot between these buildings. Zealot can't do anything about it. And yeah, curious to see what happens. I mean, the standard for TVP on this map nowadays is just to turtle up, get the 3 bases very quickly because it's so easy to hold it. Just gotta hold this wide ramp. Wide bridge rather, and then kind of wall off this little ramp here at your third, and then you can basically take 3 bases super duper easy. So the question is, how does the Protoss deal with that? You know, I mean, you can do some fancy Reaver harass. Some players will go for Bulldog style attacks, but I think more often than not, you just get the Protoss expanding pretty quickly as well, because it's so hard to actually break that 3 base turtle style on this map. Anyway, looks like we got 2 guys pulled off gas here, so it is going to be a fast expansion from Marwin. Almost certainly an FD here, considering that he's still making Marines. And we have a second gateway from Werdy. Alright, so I'm curious, is he going to go for just a 2-gate expand? Is he even going to get a Robo here? 2-gate expand is what I like to do. I'm not entirely sure if it's the most efficient opening in PvT, but the other day I saw Tyson do it on his stream, so I guess it can't be that bad. I mean, Tyson's not great, but you know, he was a pro gamer at some point, so I trust his judgment a little bit. Well, not really. I don't actually trust... No, you know what? I take it back. I do not trust Tyson's judgment in the slightest. But he did the build, so I have some slight justification. Anyway, looks like the SCV actually scouted for a proxy here. Look at this. Very cheeky. If you look at the scouting path on the minimap, actually, he just kind of looked at the third, kind of checked the middle, checked the 12 o'clock in case there was some kind of proxy robo going on or some proxy gateway for DTs or something crazy like that. But nothing out of the ordinary from Werdy. And even sending a Dragoon, look at this, very smart. It's so often the Terran will actually hide his scouting worker at the third base and just wait until your Dragoons leave and then move into your main. So it's always worth to check that if you're just going to wait for your second Dragoon. But it looks like he moved back slightly too early. And, oh, no. Oh, he's going to see the 4 Dragoons. Seeing those 2 goons instantly tells him to build. Even if he doesn't go into the main, he knows there's 2 gateways here. There's no other explanation. So he knows it's a 2-gate opening. He doesn't know if there's a robo or not, but it doesn't really matter at this point. I think the reaction from the Terran is pretty similar. It's got to be a little bit more defensive. So normally with this FD, if the Protoss is just going for like a 1-gate expand, you can push pretty aggressively and just try to force him back. But oh man, he actually moved out here. I think that was a mistake. I don't know why he moved out, seeing those Dragoons coming out. He should have known to play a little bit more defensively. He might have just been trying to give himself a bit more space to lay the spider mines a little bit further out. But that was very, very risky, and he did lose all his Marines. Now, I think he still will be fine with these spider mines here. You can micro them down without an observer with Dragoons, but it's almost impossible to do that when there's tanks there as well. If he does that and he gets shot once by a tank when the mine pops up, his goons will bug out and not shoot, and the mine will kill everything. So this is extremely risky to actually try and micro these mines down. I don't think he should be moving in here. Oh, looks like, oh, he's going to do a mine drag, though. He does get the mine drag off, and this could be very, very bad for Marwyn, whoever the Terran is. Werdy now has actually cleared the minefield. I didn't think of that. I was like, oh, you can't micro down the mines, but I guess you can sacrifice a goon for it. But it looks like with the big SCV drill, it's going to push these goons back. There are 2 tanks behind now. They are bugging out like crazy. Oh my god, these tanks are just completely stuck on the ramp. But, man, that was very, very dangerous. There's one mine here also that's a little bit nervous, but looks like Werdy's just going to try and poke a few more SCVs, but now that Siege Mode is on, he has to back up, yeah. So, wow, that could have just been instant GG right there, but instead Marwyn's okay, and Werdy, I mean, he's getting his own expansion as well. Looks like he's got his robo, he's getting 2 more gateways, very, very standard, safe transition as well. Just going to get those obs, going to be able to pump out those units. So, so he's looking good. Meanwhile, Marwyn, he's got his eBay going on. Looks like I actually pulled a lot of the SCVs from the main to do that, and has now just got them all distance mining. But should fix that now that the command center is in position, and he has stabilized now with these 3 siege tanks in good position. This might make me very, very nervous. It likely won't eventually do anything, but you know, definitely got possibilities here if there was some kind of Reaver drop or something to pull that into the SCV line or something like that. Anyway, doop-a-doop-a-doo. Looks like SCV going to scoot around the side here just in case there were some kind of Dragoons in the front or something. He's going to go for the scout. Although I guess he did run the Vulture out the front anyway, so not really sure what that's about. And yeah, as I said, just going to be pumping out those goons, getting the obs. You know, some players will try and play greedy and double expand off the 2 gateways. They'll go 2 gate and then expansion and then obs and then expand again before getting gateways. Going for the 4 gateways first before your 3rd is much safer than that. Going for like the 2 gate double expand can leave you very vulnerable to even just a simple 4-fact attack off 2 bases. So, you know, even though I said it's not that common on this map, it's much more common to go for the fast 3rd base, you can still, you know, you can obviously face that kind of thing. So going for the 4 gate just makes you perfectly safe. And then you just take your 3rd a little bit later, and you'll be fine anyway. Really nice probe saturation, by the way. Look at all those probes. Really, really good stuff. Compare that to the SCV count, by the way. Quite a few more probes, I think, than SCVs. Although given that there's still 2 base against 2 base, it doesn't make a huge difference. It's actually quite interesting because, you know, I mean, Werdy was doing a lot of micro just now with the Dragoons at the front, so also keeping on top of the probe production is quite nice. In the meantime, let's have got Citadel going up as well, very, very standard. I would expect a 3rd base relatively soon though as well. Perhaps like maybe 1 more round of goons and speed, and then the 3rd base at least, if not sooner than that. Yeah, looks like an ob's going down just to clear the mines, and we need vultures that are down here so we can send a probe over safely. And we can see the obs at the front of the Terran's natural as well, just to see if there's any move out. But there is nothing, as we can see. And we do actually have 4 factories here, so not just going to go straight for the 3rd command center. I feel like that might be slightly a bit of a more Korean thing to do, if that makes sense, and hopefully isn't too racist. But basically, you know, in order to kind of do that super fast 3rd off 2 factories, or even sometimes 1 factory, you need to have like perfect building and tank positioning to be safe, because it is still somewhat risky. And also you have to, you know, really good reaction and control if the Protoss does try and be aggressive. So oftentimes it is just safer to go for the more standard 4 factories and then get your 3rd. In the meantime, looks like this base has been cleared out, so we're going to have a 3rd Nexus from Le Protoss, who's slightly supply blocked there. that's okay. 104 supply against, wow, 58. A pretty big supply lead now, actually, for Werdy. I'm actually not sure why that's such a huge gap. And wow, we actually have the third base at the 12 o'clock. That is not normal at all. I mean, you know, you might say, well, this 3 o'clock base is expanding towards the Protoss, so that's not good. But actually, it doesn't matter in TVP. In TVP, expanding towards your opponent is completely fine, because that's the direction that your main army is attacking anyway, and the Terran army is so strong that it's not bad. And this base, you know, it's not that much more vulnerable actually, because it's just got another wide ramp on the side. But still, it's the more important thing is that it's a lot farther away from the natural here. So instead of the tanks easily, you know, walking down here and protecting this third, they kind of have to expose themselves out here, as you can see, in this open ground, which gives Protoss a much nicer area to attack. Meanwhile, these goons are going to run up here. They can probably snipe the SCV, which is going to be super annoying for Marwyn. And man, they might even force a cancel on the command center. That's such a pain. But these vultures, if they can lay mines behind, that'll actually be really nice. Yeah, tanks in the front, vultures behind. I think this command center might still have to cancel if he targets it. Wow, the vultures actually going early. I think he should have waited for the tanks to come out, but whoa! Oh! Nice! Mines are. I guess he just wanted to make sure he saved the command center. Really, really well done there. Fantastic, fantastic mines. I don't think Werdy actually microed that correctly, but still, very, very well done. This is beautiful gateway placement, by the way. Lovely, lovely gateway placement. Really happy about that. Not thrilled with this not being flush with the Nexus, but you know, that's fine. Sorry, I always have to comment on Protoss building placement. It's just my little nervous twitch, I guess. Anyway, looks like a bunch of units running out here. Man, Werdy really keeping on top of the macro. Look at this, 137 supply against 81. Oh my god, he might just break this right now. Oh man, see, this is why you don't want to move out here. This is why you don't take the 12 o'clock as your third. He cannot hold this. He's got no vulture support, no mines in the way. Most of the Dragoons go down, but there's so many Zealots are all over the siege tanks right now. Marwyn could just die right here to this attack. Werdy is going for the kill there. There's nothing in the back. The vultures desperately laying some spider mines, but it's not nearly going to be enough, I don't think. Oh man, some units even chasing these SCVs over. There's only a single siege tank to defend. Looks like the rest of the wall is going to get taken down here. Looks like the rest of the army is also just going to go straight for the third. Not going to try and break the natural, but going to get most of these SCVs, I think. Oh man, really, really bad for Marwyn right here. Losing his main tank force here, losing a bunch of SCVs, having to lift that third. He's now down to 69 supply against the 136 of Werdum. And oh! SCV's almost getting blown up by their own mines there, and it looks like, oh man, with only 2 tanks there, looks like Werdy thinks that he can break it. A few vultures trying to intercept reinforcements, but it doesn't matter if the main force is still too strong for him to hold. A few goons getting caught up on the barracks, it doesn't really matter. He's trying to pump his units out. He's got a lot of factories, but can he get the units out in time? He's trying to set up a good position here. The Protoss force is growing smaller by the second, but there's still a lot of Zealots here. The one tank is trying to take him down. They're all getting clumped up, and it looks like he's may be able to hold here. More reinforcements are pouring in from Werdy though. How many gateways? We do have just 8 gateways still. We have a fleet beacon as well. There's going to be a carrier transition after this. I don't even know if it's going to get there because Marwyn is just taking such colossal damage right now in this attack. The SCVs can all run away to the gas. I think he can stabilize though. He's going to lose a few more SCVs, but he should be able to reclaim his natural. It's difficult. He still can't mine from the natural. He's got a bunch of extra gas. That's not going to help him. Oh man, really not going his way. See, that is completely the reason why you don't move out here so early. You always take that closer third. But looks like it's going to be all right now. Oh man, he might blow up his own SCVs with that siege tank if he's not careful. Oh, hold position, goons. Good times. Anyway, carrier. Ah, Katia. Yeah, Katia! Oh man. So even if Marwyn holds off this attack, there's no way he's going to be prepared for the carriers. Absolutely no way. And, well, Marwyn just happily mining away. God, I love this probe saturation. There's so many probes. And he might not even wait for the carriers. Kill him! Finish him! Yep, that's gonna be game over. Man, that's the worst time to be a siege tank, when you're in siege mode and a bunch of Zealots just walk up to you and start attacking you. GG! Marwyn, GG's out of the game, and Werdy puts FR up 2-1 over iFU. Whew. Oh man, good times, good times. Oh, and we're gonna have yet another different matchup now. The next match is going to be Bandy playing for Team FR? Yes, FR. And Must playing for Team iFU. It's going to be a ZVP on